got my ass whooped in a mental hospital. Here's the story. So I thought that mental hospitals were safe for some reason. Like, I don't know, I just thought like a bunch of depressed people, maybe some people on some substances, maybe a schizophrenic guy or something. I have been going to mental hospitals my whole life, so I wasn't like really scared or anything like that. No one's really ever been, you know, dangerous towards me. Maybe weird or, you know, disturbing, but never like dangerous towards me. But yeah, I was there and I wasn't feeling good at all. I was very, very sick. I was, you know, not feeling good at all. I didn't want to be there, but I was made to go there. I was Baker acted. I had to go in there. This girl, I was like sitting in like the day area and she was like super friendly to me. She came up to me, she was like, hey, you want a magazine? And she gave me a magazine and I kind of like glanced through the magazine and I was just, you know, we made a little small talk and I asked her, could you tell me what time it is? Cause I can't really see that good. I'm almost blind in this eye. So I asked her if she would tell me what the time is and she was like, I'm not your friend. I was like, okay, she's psychotic. Note to self, try to just, you know, don't piss her off. So I didn't say anything. Obviously, she's messed up in the head. But the next day, I'm just, you know, sitting at the breakfast table. I was really trying to force myself because I normally just lay in bed like I'm the undead the whole time that I'm in those places because I hate them so much. That's a whole other story, but I just was trying to force myself to get up, and because if you can force yourself to act as normal as possible and assimilate, they'll let you out faster. That's what I have learned. So that's what I was trying to do, and I was sitting at the breakfast table just talking to a couple of dude patients that was there. I don't know if that made her upset or something, like she wanted male attention or something. That wasn't what I was thinking about at all. I'm a married woman. I was married at that time, but that's just the table I sat at. So she had came over and she was like, are you going to eat your grits? And I had already given them away. And I was like, sorry, I already gave them away. And she like looked like she was going to go leave then. And I just turned my back on her. Big mistake. Don't ever turn your back on anybody in a mental hospital. And she grabbed me by the back of the hair and she slammed me on the ground over and over and over. She slammed me so hard. None of the men that were sitting at the table with me got up and helped me. None of the nurses did. This janitor freaking guy, he was the one who jumped in and got her off of me because she was beating my head into the ground over and over for no reason. And then after that, they, you know, took her away. They didn't give me, you know, anything to calm down. I was like, give me a PRN. I'm hysterical. I was sick as fuck. And then I just got my head beat into the cement over and over and over again, linoleum, whatever it is. And I went in my room for a couple of minutes. A nice janitor lady came in and she like prayed with me and told me about, you know, never turn your back in a place like this and how she believes that I'm not really crazy, but that I have demons and I really need to pray to God. Because God can heal everything. I think that lady was kind of like an angel. But anyway, moving on, I come out of my room. She's not even in her room. She's not in restraints or like in seclusion, anything. They just let her roam around. And so I went up to the nurse's station. I was like, she just let her roam around now after she beat my ass. I want to call the cops. They said, I don't really want to call I'm not a cop caller, but I just was, you know, trying to see what they would say, you know. And they, like, you can't call the cops. She's sick. And I said, I'm not sick? I'm not sick. Why am I here then? Why am I Baker acted then if I'm not sick? Why am I in a psych hospital if I am mentally well? And you're telling me it's okay that she beat my ass and now I can't call the cops? And he said, go away. I don't care, go away. That's what he said. And he probably thought, you know, I was just like all the other patients and like I have been before, just a out of it, over-medicated mess. But I actually was with it enough to write a grievance on him and then he wants to come back and apologize. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was wrong of me. Yeah, it was wrong of you. But yeah, I wrote a grievance on him and then I met with the doctor. I was actually humiliated also, like getting my ass beat in front of everyone. I already felt super like trash about myself. And then she beat my ass and I heard her say like, oh yeah, I just did that because they changed my meds and I had to do something drastic to get him. Because she wanted her Seroquel and they took it away. So she thought that she would have to act crazy to get it back by beating me up. And I told the doctor, I want to leave. Like, I don't feel safe here. The fact that you guys let her right out and then treated me like it was my fault, it made me so upset. I want to leave, and they did let me leave, so that was the only good part about that. But the fact that they told me I couldn't call the cops and that they treated me like crap after that, yeah, that's just one of the horror stories of my time in mental hospital. So I really want to just share so I can give a voice to disabled people and people with mental health issues, because a lot of people like us, they can't speak out. They have no one to speak for them. So I do want to use my voice to speak out about the messed up stuff that I have seen in mental hospitals. So I appreciate anyone for listening to this story. In the last part of the story, I forgot this part. I actually had to like go to jail eventually. That was horrible, but long story short, I was again sick as hell, in distress, hating my life, wondering, you know, God, how am I gonna get better? But it was like a horror movie because I just slowly turned to my left, and who should I see sitting right next to me? It was her, the lady who had whooped my ass in the mental hospital. She was sitting right next to me, and I looked at her, and she looked at me, and she smiled. She was like, Merry Christmas. I was like, oh my God, she's gonna attack me right now. She had shark eyes. I just slowly got up and walked away. She was there for arson. She tried to burn down her sugar daddy's house. She's nuts.